You're going to go to the meeting though, right?
Yeah. Everybody, this is Philip. The short update from the hub. Sharing it around, yeah. We don't have a whole lot of new news, but I just want to catch everybody up on what's happening today before we get the next update from Ikaika, Marzo down at the ocean entry. Before the public meeting in Pohoiki happens today, I just want to give you guys a little quick recap of what we've learned throughout the day. So the first thing was that we had a collapse event this morning at Halemamau around 6:30, I believe. And following that, we've had a surge come through the system from Fisher 8 farther down. Reports are from the flights this morning by Bruce Amori and McCalber and Paradise helicopters that the channels were actually quite a bit low before the surge this morning, but the surge has come through and is still moving through the system, through the channel system right now on its way down to the ocean. So the long and short of it is, everyone wants to know about Pohoiki. You guys probably saw from the boat this morning, the lava was actually quite close to Pohoiki. USGS is saying 500 feet, 150 yards, somewhere in that range. The last I saw, the flow was not migrating to the south anymore. But the big thing is that that big pulse, the surge coming through the channel system, is going to reach down there fairly soon. Probably spread out overnight tonight. So we're really waiting to see what Ikaika's got to say from the ocean entry today. It might be slightly too soon to see what's going to play out of it, and then tomorrow morning is going to be an important update as well from the ocean. So then we'll know what's happening with Pohoiki. It's been spared so far, but the flow is so close and it's so wide that we're really just hoping against hope at this point that the flow keeps pouring in the ocean instead of moving along the flat ground to the south as we've all been anticipating. So that's the quick version. I'll show you guys some pictures of what's going on with that area. So these pictures are from Bruce Amori with extreme exposure at Paradise helicopters. I'll tag you in a few minutes, Bruce. Here we go. So this photograph is from 6 o'clock this morning. And what you can see is the boat ramp is over here. I'll zoom it in a little bit. There's a boat ramp, sorry about the glare. And then over here, where Shacks is where the new ocean entry, where new lava is piled up in new delta out here. So it's built out to the ocean. It's hard to say how far, maybe 100 yards so far or something like that. Most of the lava is actually going in farther over here. So the main channel comes through right here, you can see it. The lava is exposed in red. The main entry right here, there's quite a lot of it flowing under the water, we're pretty sure of that. And it doesn't seem like it was actually moving to the south at this photograph at 6 o'clock, but this was before the surge came through. So the surge is going to reach down there in the next few hours probably. A couple more views of this. Here's a different view of that. By the way, I've shared these images on my Facebook page, so if you guys want to look at them without the glare, then go check it out there. But there is our boat ramp at Pohoiki and Kīlauea, nice like Kīlauea. And you can see back over here, this is the parking lot area, and right in there is the edge of the flow. And it's come all the way past dead trees and filled in the bay right here, over top of that sandbank we've been watching develop over the last few days. Another view, similar thing. Here's the main entry. The main entry in the Pohoiki area. There's another one at Ahalanui, I'll show you guys shortly. And here's the edge of the flow right in here. Right, close to the boat ramp right there. So Pohoiki has lived through the day. We're going to wait and see what this next surge does as it comes down and pulses its way through the system. This is ocean entry at Ahalanui, so that area we're looking at was right over here. That's the Pohoiki entry right there. So you can see it's actually a small part of a huge amount of lava that's pouring in, mostly at Ahalanui, right? But also with a big entry. This is straightened. This was first taken this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. So the reports that we have is, I'll show you guys. You guys are asking about the reports. We don't have any new information with visual proof, but you can see in this photograph right here, there's a boat ramp, and you can see the edge of the flow is really not that far back, right over there, right? So that's that back part of the parking lot right through there. Right, so that's the best we have. That was from almost 12 hours ago now, so that's just what we have to go in right now. You guys, I'm sure I'm gonna not stay on too long. We'll wait for Ikaika's live update from the ocean. He's on his way to the entry right now. So shortly he will let us know what's going on down there. So here's a different view looking to the south. And what you guys can see is during this point, which is kind of the lull in the surge, the lava channel had kind of drained most of the way out. But you can see it's traced right through here and spread out and made this big fan, one edge going all the way up to where we see the burning happening right there, and the other edge all the way down through here, all the way right there, right? So it's real fat, really spread out as far as how wide this flow actually is. And you can kind of see where the channel is. It's actually looking, you see a little bit of discoloration. I'm not sure if that's actually like a depression or if it's just the way the is piling up, but you know, when a surge comes back through, it's likely to not only move through the lava tube that's under here, but also refill this channel, and then it's going to spread out, and that's what we have to worry about, where that flow might actually go. If it'll spread more to the north again and kind of keep feeding that flow, that lobe that's moving towards the boat ramp, or what we all hope for is it might flip back to the north side and stay over there on the other side of that ridge that way. So that's what we have to, that's, you know, how we hold out hope. Although, you know, that you guys can see from this photograph how wide this flow is, right? That's going to be a 1/4 mile right through there, right? And, you know, compared to how far it is from the boat ramp, which is 500 feet or so, it doesn't take much of a small change for the boat ramp to get taken. So we're hoping, but it doesn't look good. It still doesn't look good. It looks, you know, I mean, we're able to see the boat ramp survive overnight, and I expect most of the day today, but we'll have to wait and see what actually comes of the reports happening tonight. So a couple other photographs to show you guys. Here's a view, incredible shot by Bruce showing fissure 8 coming down through the old figure 8, the one inactive channel. Here it is, coming right around the bend. And right here, we have the overflows happening once again. This is the area I showed you guys yesterday was actually drained out. You guys can see there's actually some flows filling the area through here and a little bit of gas. So it hasn't, not spilling over very much, but it definitely has refilled that kind of ponding pool area right through there. And you can see the channel keeps going all the way down to the ocean. Further down here, we don't see it quite as well. That's where it was kind of draining out, meeting in that last photograph I showed you guys right there. So it's typical what we see in the lows, kind of between the surges, you know, as this kind of draining out pattern, and then it's going to refill and surge back down through there, and that's kind of what we're waiting for right now. So that's the status right there. This is an interesting photograph that Bruce took this morning of that kind of ponding, pooling area just west of Kīlauea. And remember, this is a low, so the amount of flow in here is not as big as it could be, right? So this bay up here isn't quite full of lava as it could be, and over here quite as well. You can see the channel flow path right through the middle, right through there. But the reason he took this was to show these features, all these big blocks that are kind of stuck on the side of the channel right through there, right? So it seems like this kind of ponding area might be where a lot of these lava boats, lava bergs, use your colloquial term of preference, are getting kind of parked here on the shoulder of this thing for whatever reason during the surges and lows. They kind of end up getting stuck over here.
I think they're loitering.
They are loitering, yeah, okay.
Graveyard.
So the important thing to notice right here is look at the width of this channel right here that's actually still flowing, right? And look at the size of these bergs, these lava boats that are stuck over here. So it wouldn't take a whole lot to actually have one of these pieces block that small little width right there and reset this whole dynamic coming from above. So still very much on the lookout for that, for this area. This photograph, you know, kind of reemphasizes that for me. I've been kind of backing off on this area, thinking maybe it won't overflow as much because it seems to have a lot of storage area right through there. But seeing, oh, sorry you guys, we got the emergency crews coming by. Apparently there was a incident in Leilani, nothing major. But anyways, back to our lava boat junkyard, lava boat parking lot, lava boat bay. I love all those terms, guys. Thanks. So yeah, that's the situation right there. So one other thing that I've been talking about could possibly happen is, you know, this thing actually getting blocked, and then if it flows that way, then it goes towards Pohoiki still again. If it overflows this way, then it goes towards the Cinderland area right through there. So that's an area we're going to keep our eyes on for sure still as the changes kind of progress. Here's a view. I'm not quite sure where Bruce took this in the channel, but it's actually showing how this branch of the braid is actually crusting over quite a bit during this low. And there's a little bit of flow you can see right through here, but a lot of this is actually crusting over, right? So that is interesting. You know, during these lows, we're having all this kind of cresting happening. We know for sure that edges of the channels are kind of cracking and falling into the channel, getting pushed down as these lava boats. In fact, we have reports today from the channel that these surges are actually creating standing waves over these boats, similar to the video Ikaika posted a couple days ago. So that's the news from the channel today. Those are all the photographs I have to show guys today. Those are all from Bruce Amori on his flight this morning at 6 a.m. So it's been a while since those are posted. So that's not the most recent info for sure. We've just been sitting and waiting for the info to come in. Our next report's going to be from Ikaika at the ocean entry here shortly. Let's see. We're here at the hub. We're getting ready to go to the committee meeting in Pahoa. So here we are with the crew. We got Kavi's there. We got Josiah. Dinner is just finishing up here at the hub. And we got some more people checking out, enjoying the hub. So, all right. John, how are you?
Oh, hi. Hey, everybody. I'm in Kona. Kavi! Hey, man. How are you doing?
All right.
Can you hear me?
Apart from getting, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, he's not responding. Doing all right, apart from getting harassed by the police, trying to get his property. That's a story for a different day, perhaps. We can focus on the lava now. Yeah, John's here. Yeah, say hi to John.
Hi, John.
Aloha. Thanks for thinking of me. I tuned in late. I tuned in late, so I was waiting to hear more about what it looks like down at Pohoiki at this moment.
Well, so the last photograph we have is from 6 a.m. And the last report we have is, a text message from USGS saying 500 feet from the boat ramp. We don't know what it actually looks like. Ikaika's on his way there right now. He'll be there shortly, and we'll do the next live. See what's going on with that. We'll probably be at the meeting over here in Pahoa, so we're just kind of giving everyone a short update before that, just to kind of catch up. But I know you have probably a whole bunch of thoughts you have waiting to share. I don't know if you want to add a couple briefer ones.
Well, I just think it's great. I think it's great that we got through the night and such a special place survived a little longer. So many people were sad about it, and but it just shows we don't know what's going to happen day to day. It changes so much from what we thought might have happened, and so we can use that as a reminder to stay positive, because we don't know what the next hour will bring with these surges and things. So that's always we can go ahead and be happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was definitely, I got on the boat this morning feeling really apprehensive, and I, came off the boat feeling a lot better. Even if it was the last time I will see it, I just had more of a sense of peace afterwards, just because it wasn't, it seemed like it happened kind of suddenly, right? It kind of caught us off guard, the fact that the flow seemed kind of stalled, and then suddenly it surged through, and it advanced, almost that whole quarter mile in less than 12 hours between the morning photos and the evening photos. That was pretty shocking for a lot of us. I think having a little extra time to deal maybe helped me personally. So,
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're sticking through it. It's everybody needs to hear the updates, whatever they are. So just takes a little bit of courage to keep reporting about it. So you're doing good, man.
We'll keep doing it, in between all the other things that we got juggling here. Thanks for the support.
We'll be back on your side. I'm with the students in Kona tonight. We're diving with the mantas, lucky kids.
Awesome.
And but I'm gonna try and bring them by the hub, and we will have a view of the lava with the students from the air. So, but we have to cover a lot of lessons about the volcano before we get to that side. So I'll bring them by. They can meet Dr. Phil.
All right. Yeah. Let me know when you're coming.
Whatever you do, don't wear a Speedo.
Okay. Maybe we should make sure that they don't meet Kavi. He's a bad influence. No, it'll be fun for them. But thank you for all you're doing, Phil. And
sure,
I
yeah.
was just tuning in so I could hear your information like everyone. So thanks for inviting
Right
me
on.
in.
Well, yeah. Well, everyone's been asking about you, so we're glad to have you at least on the same island again. We'll look forward to having you back here to Hub and
Oh,
being
it
back side
feels
by
good to
side
be
with our.
back. I was amazed at how voggy Kona is. This is the first time I've been here since it started.
Yeah.
The students are from Shanghai, so they think it's normal, but I'm like, no, it's not normal. It's very
Yeah.
gray. So I was surprised how noticeable it really is. And so we got to
Yeah.
remember it affects the whole island. It definitely, everybody who
Yeah, for
lives on
sure.
this side is experiencing it every day. So
Yeah, so I think people in Kona, yeah, haven't talked about it quite as much, you know, but I've heard about it for sure. Yeah, I mean, in fact, I have
can cut the
some
vog with
friends
a
that
knife.
have chosen to move away. In fact, the fog is so bad over there, you know, because they have respiratory issues, and their kid went to a school
Yeah.
that was outdoor, and you know they can't run the school, and it's all kinds of issues. And I can imagine, I can imagine that you might, wouldn't want to speak up so readily as what people in Puna suffering so much over here, but it's definitely happening over there for sure.
Yeah,
So
they
thank
get
you for
the
that reminder.
air. You can't even see the water from the highway. So
Wow.
it's definitely a thing. And it's okay people to speak up about it. We're all dealing with it with the
Yeah,
volcano
for
in
sure.
some
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah,
but
for sure. Yeah, everyone's got their own deal. Yeah, whether it's earthquakes and volcano, which are nonstop, or
yeah.
the lava flow and the fog down here, or
But
there
all
in
the
Kona.
same, I'm very thankful to be back on the island. We're so lucky to live in Hawaii. We really are.
Yeah, for sure. Well, appreciate having your perspective back, John. We'd like to hear all about your trip some other time.
Okay. All right.
Right now, I'm gonna
Aloha.
wrap things up and head out to the public meeting in Pahoa, which is gonna get started here in less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
thanks, John.
Be
Mahalo.
good. Stay safe. All
All
right.
right. So, and for the rest of you guys, we'll sign off. We'll do a report after the meeting tonight, kind of summarizing Ikaika's report and the aerial photographs that are going to come through by then. So for now, I'll just sign off and say, stay classy, Puna. We hope that Pohoiki lives a little longer, and we'll just keep hoping, and we'll take what comes. Whether it is a destruction that happens, whether it's sooner or later, whether it's something we gotta, emerge from tonight or tomorrow, we'll all make it through this, right? So just hang in there, guys. We'll let you know as soon as we know anything. And yeah, with that, sign off. I'll be at the meeting. I'll probably have not good reception in there, so I can try to live the meeting. I'll try to do that. The reception in there is really bad, so it probably will cut out. So I'll try to do that. And for the rest of you guys, tune into Ikaika. Ikaika is going to be going live at some point, not too long, maybe in 45 minutes or so, I'd guess. So check him out, and then when I come out of the meeting, we'll see what's going on down at Pohoiki, which is what we all are most anxious about. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Just to mention once again, I've had Hawaii Tracker supporting me with all the information for these updates, so you guys can check them out. If you guys want more updates on a more consistent basis than the video updates, they're putting things out as soon as they come through. Other interesting stories besides just the lava, so go check that out for sure. And I hate to even bring it up, but we are still doing a fundraising campaign. So if you guys haven't heard about what we're doing, go check out that post as well. Basically trying to keep our operation going for as long as possible and improve our quality and our network and our whole crew that keep it all going as efficiently as possible to give you guys the best, most up-to-date information as soon as possible. So if you haven't heard about it, go check it out. Otherwise, you guys, thanks for joining, and stay classy, Puna. Mahalo. Aloha.